Get 'em, holy the visual. This moment is pivotal, clear like a digital. Phonies can't copy originals. We the first on the earth in the physical. You still in our image is criminal. All your hatred is known and it's visible. We breaking the mold of traditional. You Negroes are mythical, more like a biblical miracle. Bringing the fire, dismiss of the trade. Crafting the image, they try to evade. We spray from the bottom, the roots of the brave. Fruits of the tree, we ain't throwing no shade. Our brothers are dying, ain't no use in lying. The damage is seen on the news coverage. The reason we sleeping, ignoring the horror, cause we don't see God when we see each other. Righteous are gathering, learning the truth, and they pissed off and won't let it go. No time for the flattering, empty words. We just plant the seed and we let it grow. Man, I light them up like it's petrol. You ain't got insurance or a gecko. I don't think they hear me, there's an echo. They ain't Israel, must be Greco. Eat them whole race on the decline. We were built different like we divine. Once you get this knowledge, ain't no rewind. God's artwork, peep the D's.
Cemeteries, man, be telling you all these secrets. And I'm able, you hear me, to go to miles, you hear me? And I'm the champ. Man. Hell no. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Was this Webster Wisely Jones, right? You see that? Now let me talk about Webster Wisely Jones. You hear me?
Money bought you some goonzo. I tell it straighter than a hot comb. You a knockoff, you not from the cloth. Scary nigga, my natural instinct is tell it real and let it sink in. I had to think quick and not let the weak win. Got smoke for me, beef with yourself. I be cheap and too hard to notice every week. It be somebody else. Soon as my name's mentioned, lanes are offended. If words hurt you, it wasn't intended. But when it comes to my words, if I said it, I meant it. If the shoe fits, this one is for you, bitch. You got me confused with your fabricated form of delusion. You're dusty, need to be bitch smacked. Face under stump, feet on concrete. They want me tricked back. 30 on bottles alone, a mill in the wrist. Facts, excellency. Dudes is envious, they pretend to be us. Feminine traits fake, low-key, they women disgusted. Lame for life, illicit them. Rich bums.
And as I was eating that chickpea curry or whatever the hell it was, that shit was fire as hell, I ain't gonna lie. I'm smacking on that shit like, man, this shit good. I bet you I can mock this damn flavor. Like, and I was just in my head like, man, everything that I eat, stemming from Chinese food, Mexican food, Indian food, every fucking body food, I literally eat Lebanese, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, I can literally mimic in my kitchen with just tasting. Like, what? Like, McCormick? Anyway. And again, because I understand how this world works. It all come from one motherfucking source now. I mean, even African food, even though I don't fuck with that shit, because that look like snot. You hear me? Snot. You hear me? I don't fuck with that. But I understand there's a reason why I don't fuck with that. Because, you know, apparently that's where we fucking came from and shit like that. But we really was not stolen. We just had our, you know, anyway. I don't even want to go there. I'm going to keep this video short. Married to the Gang, Goddess Gang is in the building. Okay, I gotta say it, because Spirit telling me to say it. We literally were fried. You like the fried bread that the Indians make and shit like that. They call themselves Chinese and stuff. But anyway, God Gang in the building. One thing's for sure and two things for certain. I always do my research. And I showed a video a couple of days ago about Curry Hall, sitting next to Sage Hall at University of North Texas. That sit off by Fry Street, and I'm gonna try to embed, which I probably deleted or whatever, but I'll screenshot a picture of where Curry Hall sit next to Fry Street. I told y'all they didn't fry bread at us and shit, but you know, y'all, you want to continue to eat y'all little stuff, y'all little food, and be gluttonous and stuff. But you know, I'm just giving y'all real spiel. And shit. I done told y'all that we walking dead in this universe city and shit, because it's an experiment and it's a big ass illusion, and they want to make a motherfucker jealous. That's why they do the things that they do. because the tables turn. When the tables turn, you see all the Indians coming in. The university, UNT, University of North Texas, you know, because the Eagles, they soar above the water and the sea level that we don't see and shit, because, you know, we not seeing the shit, even though we seeing it, right, is the playground. You know, it's the blueprint, you know, of the ground. You hear what I'm saying? The underground, you know, because that's, Denton clearly is the first federal underground center ever created in the Americas, was in Denton, you know, off a loop 288, and we looping back around. I had to throw that out there, and that's why you see curry, and you know Indians eat curry. And they eat fried bread. But they ain't the only ones that eat fried bread, but I find it ironic that they are considered to be Asian here. And what do Asians eat? Every motherfucking thing. Y'all seen that shit? The bugs and all kind of shit, don't they? Anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. I have a lot of Indian friends. But I was just at a bar that is Indian, like Luxor, and they were playing Indian music, and I don't know what just happened, but like a memory or like something just clicked in my head. So while I'm shooting pool with my little Indian friends, I'm like, what the hell? Like, they're considered to be Indian, right? That's what we call them. But then the classification by American standards, they're considered to be Asian. Hence all the Asian markets popping up, but they have Indian food. I'd be so confused about how they put everything in a blender and mixed it all up and spit it out, because what we know of Indian, the supposed native Indian, you know, the real native Indian, you know, but I mean, well, in history, the native Indian is the people that like Choctaw and Chickasaw and Cherokee and all that stuff, you know, those types of Indian. And then, but when you look at the classification by the standards, like, why do we call the Asian Indians, the ones from Middle East, Pakistan and all that area, like, why do we call them Indian, but here we call them Asian? I'd be so fucking confused, because they eat Indian food, right? Because, you know, the real don't eat Indian food, but do we? Because, you know, that shit was stolen too, you know. I'm just saying, like, all the spices and stuff, you know, that the Spice King and shit, you know. But anyway, like, I just, because, you know, they put everything in a blender now, and they mixed it all up like the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy and shit, and then they poured it out. This shit, wow. I just be thinking, y'all. I just be really trying to understand how they put everything in this melting pot. Literally. They put everything in the pot and it melted. Like, this shit, after they mixed it and blended it with the motherfucking hurricane blender. You hear me? And for those who caught on to what I said about Middle East, M-E, anyway, I'm just throwing that out there for the ones with the small little roots and shit like that. Because again, like, I was sitting at this place called Cash Can, which is an Indian restaurant earlier, and this family of three, a mom, a dad, and a daughter, Holy Trinity, was sitting at a table enjoying their little meal and stuff, and I was just trying to figure out, because I don't eat Indian food because it smells good, don't get it wrong. Sometimes it smells good, but, you know, I thought their food was too spicy, and I don't really like spicy food because I like to taste my shit, you see? So I don't really eat that food. I've had it before in other restaurants like Luxor, But, you know, like I said, they're too spicy for me, so I don't like that. I like flavor. I like to, you know, savor my food. You hear me? So anyway, shit. Yeah, I know I'm ignorant. But I'm still like, as I was sitting there, I remember the conversation I was having with my mom earlier. And she was like, man, when they come over here, the Indians come over here, they done got all these food trucks, they got all these restaurants, they got all these stores. Like, how is they doing that? We can't get shit. And I'm like, man, you right. We still can't get shit. That's fucking wild as hell, right? But I understand how this world works. They want a motherfucker to be jealous and stuff and all that. But, I mean, not only that, like, I know how, and I understand how this world works. It's a big old experiment. And this shit is wild as hell. Because, you know, they pray to, you know who they pray to? I think they pray to a woman. Or elephant. Or something. They pray to something, y'all. And I don't mean to disrespect nobody's religion or something like that. But, you know, I done heard so many different things from so many different people. So I know some Indians that pray to a woman. And I know some Indians that pray to that elephant, but I think that elephant is a woman. You know, understand what I'm saying? Like, this shit wild in a bitch. But anyway, I mean, just me thinking out loud, because, you know, they come from the Middle East and everything. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody come from a source. One source. You hear me? Anyway. And I always find shit ironically funny because, you know, I'm the middle child and everything, you know, and I'm from the east side, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling y'all, like, you know, some real spill, you understand what I'm saying? But y'all, still, like, not recognizing who the fuck I am. I understand and recognize who the fuck I am. I just want y'all to understand that I know who I am. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, God is gang in the building, you know. It's the reason why I get along with every motherfucking body and everything. You know, I go anywhere and dance to any motherfucking thing, even Indian music, because I was doing that shit tonight. Like, I don't care. Country, you know, because that came from a source, you know. Anyway. Better go on outside and enjoy that goddamn full moon. It's so pretty, y'all. Y'all see this? I'm in my kitchen. Oh, shit now. Anyway. Called the sturgeon moon or something like that. You know, like they stirring the motherfucking stew and shit. And because it's really fish. You know, like they frying the fish and stuff like that. Like the Pisces and stuff like I mean, my son's, but, you know, he upside down and shit. This shit wild in a bitch. Y'all see that pretty moon? Mm-hmm. Now that's that tunnel underground in the Underground Railroad type shit. You hear me? You know, in a way to be free type shit. You hear me? That's that shit they didn't want you to know. You hear me? I'm shit down there.